see, brief update of the garden here, guys. You can see here in the bed here, those of you who bought the Raised Bed Growing Mastery course, remember I showed you how to build these beds here. None of the amaranth sprouted at all, except this, I guess this little guy here. And so what we're going to do is, I thought about putting some buckwheat down here, but likely what I'm going to end up doing is, for this bed, is just using this bed entirely as my overwinter and autumn garden for broccolis, cauliflowers, things like that, collard greens. The beans here, magnesium and calcium deficiency basically just killed them. They just never produced. Same thing for the zucchini here. Need to come back through and pull out some of these runners here. Excuse me. That may be a little disorienting, but and then need to just come back through and just hoe all that up and get it on out of the way. Once again, it's been so hot, it's kind of dangerous to do a whole lot of heavy work, so just kind of getting out here and looking at all the things I need to do to prep for the autumn planting, probably here in another month or so. Autumn is great because it gives you time to reboot your garden. We'll probably start moving some of that soil over in here and actually start mounding all these beds up. Tomatoes are just about really done. They've done very well this year, and I'll be probably doing rye and vetch there, overwintering there. Never did hoe up the rest of the spring garden with all the lettuces and everything. I'll just go ahead and decide to let those bolt out, so we'll have some lettuce seed starting next. February, and that's just kind of an update. Damon at Greenhorn Gardening, you saw the video on the tomatoes are doing really well, and we're getting ready to plan our autumn garden of our autumn and winter garden of herbs and edible greens, which are usually my best gardens, usually the things that I like doing the most. As you can see, if you remember the course, those of you who went through the course, there's no weeds. You see no weeds there, and that's been months now. The only thing we're having to deal with is this Bermuda grass, and what we need to do is just, you see the runners are starting to come back in, so the only thing we really need to do is take the hoe, and we could dig out a trench on the outside, maybe put some plastic foam down there, and to keep those roots from running. And but other than that, just no weeds whatsoever. And that's just, you can just come out here about every few days and just keep those runners at bay, and it's just never a problem. It's just, you know, and so and as such, I'm completely reorienting my entire garden as since I do best with winter and autumn gardens and spring gardens, I don't do as well with my summer gardens. I'm going to start using my summers for cover crops, and then use autumn, winter, and spring for actually growing the things that I'm going to eat. So it's almost opposite of what most people would do. They use spring, summer, and autumn to grow what they're going to eat, and they use winter to do their cover crops. I'm just turning that whole thing backward because that's what works for me. And you know, you pick what works best for you, and we'll be just doing all that. We've got all that soil to move out, but I just wanted to kind of give you guys a quick update, and that's what's going on here. Check out greenhorngardening.com /greenhorngardening.com/claim to get your free download on the right way to make and use organic fertilizers. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye bye.